Breaking news: in the wake of the fireworks mishap at a temple in Kasargod that left 150 people injured. Now what we are learning is that 3, including the temple committee president as well as the secretary, have been arrested by the police. That is the big piece of news that's coming in. Remember, this mishap at this temple in Kasargod left 150 people injured. Several of them are still critical. It's when close to 30,000 rupees worth of firecrackers that was stored inside this temple, they exploded without any warning, and a lot of people were at the temple when this incident took place. 150 people were injured. Now what we're learning is that 3, including the temple committee president and the secretary, have now been arrested in connection to this case. You can see those visuals on your screen. You can see the throngs of people who were attending this ceremony at the temple, and that's when the explosion took place. All these stored firecrackers exploded. Now what we're learning from the police also is that the temple did not have the prerequisite licenses as well as the permits to store those firecrackers, and in connection to this case, 3, including the temple committee president as well as the secretary, have now been arrested by the police. That is the big piece of news that's coming in. I'm joined by my colleague Neetu Raghukumar to get more details as this investigation continues. Neetu, over to you.
An FIR was registered against 8 people. Now 3 of them have been arrested is what we are understanding. This includes the temple president and committee president and secretary. Also, Rajesh, person who led the bursting of the firecrackers, has also been arrested, because many on the ground on the spot had actually said that they had warned them from bursting these firecrackers so close to where the firecrackers were stored, but without heeding to this, they went ahead and bursted the crackers. So that was also something which many on the ground had said. About 150 people have been injured, of which 8 are critically injured even at the moment. We can see from the visuals the way in which the fire spread. This was Theyyam performance was happening, and they bursted the crackers. What many say is that till last time they did not burst the crackers at this particular place, which is so close to the storage area.
Right, and at the same time, what are the lapses which took place on the ground, Neetu, when it comes to this incident? We can see those visuals on our screen. It seems that so many people had gathered over there, and that's when this incident took place. Clearly, so many of these people were in the line of the blast after those stored firecrackers exploded.
None of the rules and regulations were followed by the administration. That is exactly why the police from the morning itself have said that they have not followed, the temple committee has not followed any of the guidelines. They didn't have the permission. They didn't maintain the minimum distance that is required between the firecrackers and the spectators, and also between the place where the firecrackers are stored and where the firecrackers were lit. So none of these regulations were followed, and the police from morning has said that this has led to this mishap, and that is why this FIR has been registered under various sections of the BNS and also under the Explosive Act.
Right. Thank you, Neetu, for getting us the latest details as the investigation continues. 3 people have been arrested in connection to this mishap which has taken place at this temple in Kasargod. 8 people out of those 150 who have been injured are in critical condition.